Hallo und willkommen zurück. Ja, Alex ist besiegt worden und die Jungs sollten ja eigentlich nur bis dahin hier bleiben. Was wird passieren? Werden sie gehen? Werden sie bleiben? Sind wir wieder alleine und führen ein ganz normales Leben? Das erfahren wir jetzt. I looked to Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, that sounds good. I want to just end today. Too much happened and I feel dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving. Damien!
Should we be gone in the morning?
No! The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had to remember their deal and when awaiting me to decide their fate. I grew up face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving up to me. They looked like they were willing to accept whatever I had demanded. It was only fair for after all that had happened. I looked to Erik, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave, but would he ask to stay? I hoped that he would say no and ask me to stay longer. Steht einfach vor James. Yeah, okay. As if you know what I wanted, Erik moved and stepped to me, gently moving a strand of hair from my face to behind my ear. He stared into my eyes and spoke, gently stroking my cheek. He has a sweet side. Sweet side.
Princess, you've been such a wonderful help to us already. But I'm afraid that I must ask more of you. I've grown fond of being here and of serving you.
Oh, God.
Would you allow us to stay?
Oh, God, that's cute. That's cute. My heart skipped a while a large red blush ran across my cheeks. The boy stared at Erik wide-eyed, but didn't dare to speak out. Erik stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was. Bloop. I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again, but my life could return to normal. If I decided to let them go, that would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to? They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. Let them stay! I wanted them to stay! Hey, I was geschafft. I wanted him to stay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I had come to have feelings for before speaking at last. I would love it if you all could stay. The boys cheered tightly, but nonetheless enthusiastically. I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited, despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home is your home, as long as you can still help with chores, chorus, blah, what auch immer. The boys nodded in unison, blah, agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the consideration, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure I didn't pass out on the floor. Das wird...
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Oh! Yeah, sleep is actually a thing. Right.
Matthew, what the fuck?
We've had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and tomorrow.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Yeah, man.
I watched a very happy smile grow on Erik's lips. He shared my excitement, knowing that we would be together longer. Who knew how long we would stay together? All I cared about was that I would be with him. Oh God! The others quickly left to find a rest, leaving me and Erik alone at last. My heart fluttered a bit as Erik walked closer to me, gently wrapping his arms around my waist. I placed my hands onto his shoulder, leaning close.
Yet again, you spoil me. I'm very unworthy of you, Princess.
I don't spoil you. What the... okay, maybe a little bit. Hush, Erik. I wanted you to stay. I stared up into his eyes. Naja, eigentlich Eye, weil der andere Auge ist ja mit seinem Haar verdeckt. I didn't know if it was a tiredness or my growing attachment to him, but I felt myself lean into Eric's body. It invited me to stay a while, making me forget that my bed was also calling for me.
Listen, about what happened at the warehouse.
No, it's fine. You did what you had to do. I understand. I accepted everything in Eric's warmth. He was real and he was someone I didn't want to be without, even if that meant nothing against my curiosity. Besides, I was too tired to explore that memory further. Eric nodded before kissing my forehead sweetly.
Come, let's get you to bed.
But jeez, yeah, okay. I nodded before Eric gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride and carried me to my room. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Eric's chest, but eventually I was slowly lowered to my bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip or care. I looked to Eric, finding a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair.
Have a good night, princess. I'll prepare breakfast for you in the morning.
Das ist immer wieder schön, wenn jemand, den du sehr gerne hast, dir Frühstück am Morgen macht. I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand and leave my room, closing the door. A wave of happiness washed over me as I lay in bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but I could tell that I would be able to manage it. Help around the house and being with a man whom I was slowly starting to fall for would be worth it. I slowly felt my exhaustion take over and let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness in my mind. Everything was peaceful. I was happy.
You are an interesting creature.
Who? Wer? Oh, what the hell? I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. What was going on? Why was she here?
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, wherever she was making me mad. She must have known as she let another smirk grow onto her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips, standing up, staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement. Who the hell are you, and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer. No, don't punch her, what the...
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana? Demon? You a demon?
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
I said a Diana shock. A succubus? First incubi, now a succubus? Great, I had now met both genders of sex demons. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty.
What the fuck, don't...
But you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
I moved out and stood from the bed still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Competition? What? Competition?
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
This girl was seriously pissing me off. Issue? What issue? They wanted to stay, so they can.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
What the? You have about 10 seconds to leave.
Is that a threat? How cute. What are you going to do? Kill me?
And if I do?
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
Touch me and I'll...
Enjoy every minute of it.
I felt my body froze and heat up to almost a painful haze. My mind began to feel fuzzy, as Diana stepped to me and caressed my cheek.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
What the hell? I nodded.
Good. I plan to bring the boys back to the Abyssal Plains. Why? So that I can take my place as queen of their realm.
What the?
They have no reason to be here in this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
Was ist das für ein Nickname? Pumpkin? I nodded but growled. My rage couldn't be connected despite the hold I was under. You evil bitch!
Call me evil all you want, dearie. I'm not evil. You're just in my way.
I felt Diana lean into my own wisdom, making me unconsciously shiver in both pleasure and annoyance.
Now, be a good little human and go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow from school, so make sure to say goodbye in the morning.
I felt my body move on its own to lay in bed and cover itself in my bedsheet. I glared at Diana the entire way down. Diana laughed at my fragility. Blah, 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 blah. I'll get you.
Oh, please do.
Holy! All of a sudden, her voice deepened and became cold and demonic, sending a violet scare shiver down my spine. Her red eyes perfectly illuminated in the darkness of my room as she glared at me.
Give me a reason to make your life a living hell.
I grit my teeth, trying to fight back against the hold on me. She couldn't have been that tough. She needed energy to survive, right? I was sure she couldn't have had enough to hold me down forever. Diana then laughed and returned to normal.
Oh, and make sure you don't tell the boys I was here. I want my visit to be a surprise.
I felt the hold on me disappear, allowing me to sit up and perfectly growl at Diana in rage. What's stopping me?
Then you must not care about your friends and family as much as you care for the boys.
I stopped instead. What did she mean by that? What was it, a threat to my family? Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that no one will care for you, and you'll be all alone in this little house until the day you die.
I could feel fear creeping into me. Alone? How could she do that? The word demon reverberated in my head, reminding me that I was facing off against something supernatural. Supernatural! Sorry, ich denke jetzt an die Winchesters und Castilla, entschuldige. A human with a shield versus a devil was one thing, a human on her own versus a demon was another.
Have a good night.
With that, Diana sank into the floor through a magic purple pentagram which disappeared as her head vanished into the floor. I couldn't believe it. I had one problem and now I had another. Instead of a crazy psycho devil who wanted to kill me and the boys, I had a succubus waiting to ruin my life and take the boys away. Could my life get any worse? No, I wasn't going to let her win. She's not as powerful as she looks. I know it. I had to mentally confirm it. She wasn't going to win. The boys wanted to stay with me. I let out a sigh before closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. No matter what she was going to do, I was going to beat her. Eventually the morning arrived and the sun screamed at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock once again, which was nice. I stretched out and quickly got dressed, getting ready for school. She expected me to say goodbye to the boys. I will say good morning and we'll see them when I come back. No way I'm going to say goodbye. Hey! Sind alle 5. Ich verspreche mich immer, es tut mir so unendlich leid. I scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining room, seeing the boys already eating a delicious selection of food. The smell made my stomach grow wildly at the sight of food that drew me to walk further into the room.
Good morning, miss. Did you sleep well?
Before I could lie hiding the incident in the back of my mind, Damien furrowed his eyebrows and stopped eating.
She's here.
The boys looked to Damien in confusion while I cursed his abilities silently in my mouth.
Damien, what's up with you? Of course she's here. She kinda owns the house.
Yeah, he meant not me. Damien looked up to me, wanted me to explain for him. However, the threat that Lena gave me last night wanted me to keep my mouth shut. Damien pressed his lips together in a final. The other boys looked at me with a raised eyebrow. A girl named Diana came by last night.
Diana? Is she important?
Did she try to hurt you?
Whoa, Sam, calm down. She's a succubus. That single word made the boys stop and stare at me. I looked to each boy, unsure of what was going through their minds. Should I have avoided it? No.
So, she's come to try and bring us back.
She must really be desperate.
Well, what should we do now?
Nothing. She'll give up eventually.
Will she?
The boys continued to look at me as if I knew the answer to that question. Damn it, Damien! She said that if I told her she'd make my life a living hell. She can't possibly do that, right? She's not a devil?
No, she isn't. However, she is a very powerful demon.
She's a master of mind manipulation and has been trained in illusion. Unlike other demons who use strength to get power, she uses her charisma.
She has the power to make armies bow to her and obey her every whim. That's why she's so obsessed with us.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Well, she sorta has family ties to us. She was promised to marry one of us in exchange for more power.
Wait, what?
She's just some whacked up hussy who doesn't know how to close her legs. She's not a real threat.
Sam, what the fuck?
Oh, really? I feel insulted.
Ich kann nicht. Sam's shocked face. Ich kann darüber. Oh Gott, nee. The boys and I looked around the room, wondering where the voice came from. I felt cold sweat run down the back of my neck in fear, remembering what kind of power she had. At last we saw Diana by the entrance of the kitchen, juggling a single red apple in her hand as she leaned against the archway. The boys quickly surrounded me, glaring at the intruder.
So, you took up a human name as well.
Beautiful name, isn't it? Well, for a human name, anyway.
What the hell do you want?
To bring you back, of course. However, you weren't supposed to know that I was coming. I completely forgot about that little mind-reading ability. My mistake.
Diana pushed off from the archway and walked toward us, making the boy step closer to me in protective circle. Diana laughed. No, don't laugh. What the fuck?
My. What has the world come to? A group of demons protecting a human girl? I'll tell you right now, she's not that pretty. And from what I can tell, she's still a virgin.
What the fuck, Diana? Oh. My face grew red in complete anger and embarrassment. How dare she? Ich sag dazu nix. Diana chuckled and smirked at me, knowing that I wanted to hit her but had control of myself.
Such control you have, human. You know your place very well.
I didn't control the growl that escaped my throat, however.
Well, will you all change your minds? I assure you, it's for the greater good.
I expect the boys to say no. What I heard was completely silent. None of the boys replied to Diana, which made me both nervous and fearful as to why. Diana leaned her back a bit, surprised for a different reason.
No. Well, I see.
Was silence truly them saying no to her? I looked around at the boys and saw the disobedience in their eyes, giving me my answer. I felt my heart flutter, especially when my eyes landed on Erik. He kept close to me, glaring daggers in Diana. I could feel that he was completely adamant in his choice to stay. I don't know what, but I was incredibly happy to know he wanted to stay. Diana sighed and pressed a finger into her temple, rubbing it gently.
Either all of you are playing a very convincing hard-to-get game, or you all must be out of your minds.
Diana then looked at me, locking her eyes with mine as if to read me. I could tell she wanted me to do something, but the boys would stop her, so the stare was her only available action. After a small moment of silence, Diana licked her lips before breaking the gaze battle and smiling to the boys around me.
Very well. I guess I'll take my leave now.
What? Her leave? Was she serious? The boys around me straightened up and grew confused looks on their face as Diana stepped back and away from us with a small bow, flaunting her cleavage. With another word, a deep purple petal web appeared under her feet, and Diana's body slowly sank to the floor. As her head vanished into the floor, the pentagram vanished. At once, the boys relaxed and slowly began to return to their spots at the table, each in deep thought.
She'll be back, but she won't kill us. She needs us alive.
Whatever. We'll just keep saying no. She can't force us to come back.
She can't do anything but annoy us. Eventually, she'll give up.
That's the hope, anyway.
Hopefully. Erik walked over to me and gently caressed my cheek, looking at me with concern. Oh no! What
She won't harm you, princess. I promise.
I nodded, feeling that he was telling the truth, or at least a helpful and comforting thought. Erik gently took my hand in his and kissing my knuckles, however, making me blush and forget what I was thinking about. The sound of collective chuckles and playful snickers whispered through the air, making me blush even more. But as Erik cleared his throat, the laughter stopped. I looked up to see he was glaring at his brothers with his lips on my head. And I pulled away from each other just as the sound of Naomi's car appeared. I quickly ate my food, waved to the boys, and left, confident that nothing was going to happen. Never ever say that nothing will happen before the day is over. I overheard talking about the ride back home yesterday, saying that the ride was a one-time thing. I'll be riding with you guys from now on too, and from school. Okay, Doc. Puh. Ich beende die Folge. Okay, die Jungs sind da geblieben, Diana kam und jetzt ist ihr Plan, hat sie anscheinend ihren Plan geändert. Ich will nicht wissen, was jetzt noch passiert. Auf jeden Fall hören wir uns, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Sagt mit einer positiven Bewertung und wir hören uns im nächsten Video wieder. Bis dahin, ciao, ciao.